Ah, yes. Welcome to the Slob Show. Again, we're on
Wednesday.
we are on Wednesday, and that's my fault again.
Yeah, never mind what it
Uh
says down there in the bottom of the screen.
yeah. Well, we're oh wait, no, we just said we're not going to do Tuesday, so we're going to do Wednesdays now.
Well, we were only off by 25 hours. Instead of
Uh
Tuesdays at 3, it's Wednesday at 4
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
And we're doing it next Wednesday at 3:15 is the plan. We'll
the
see
key
what happens.
is the key is since I mean most people listen to this thing as an audio podcast anyway.
Right, so it doesn't matter.
All right, ready, Roker? Here we go. Live Wednesdays at 3:15.
There it is. Now it's official again for now.
No, it's official. No, but most people do listen to this thing as an audio podcast. There's
Right.
something weird with the way Facebook sends out these, or all the platforms. So I don't know where people watch it. As long as you're watching, I don't care where you watch it.
Yeah, if you're watching, you're lucky. You're getting a little as Andrew Dice Clay used to say, you got the bonus, baby. if you're watching us.
What up, Conrad? Conrad checking in, our boy from Canada.
Nice.
Conrad, right? He's right there in Windsor. So he's like he basically lives in Detroit.
Right over the border. Yeah, he's right over the border. But still, I don't think that there's any travel between Canada and the United States yet.
No, there's not. So that's kind of messed up. But did you know that?
But why would he want to go to Detroit anyway?
Right? That's a great point.
Yeah, yeah.
But did you know that in Canada, fast food is like ridiculously priced?
I did not know that.
Everything is super expensive.
Why is that?
Because Canada's prices are ridiculous. Everything is super expensive.
Huh. Well, Canadian prices. I mean,
well, there you go. Conrad can see Detroit from his office.
I can see. That's right. He's in the CEO. Yes, he's in the. He can look over. And what does Detroit look like from your office window? I'd be.
Does it look like shit from there too? Or
are there fires burning?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, welcome to the Slob Show, Roker. So next Wednesday at 3:15 is the new time. It doesn't matter. Yes. We're here every week. What you need to do though, here right now, everyone watching this video, I want to try something out. Share this video while you're watching it. Okay, just hit share on your screen.
Do that.
I want to see how many people, because we're trying to get to 1 million viewers and listeners. That's the goal. 1 million. 1 million.
Then we make like a penny a show. But
if Roker and I had 1 million viewers, you'll never see us again leave the house.
It'd be $10,000 in Canadian money. But we should ask for them to pay us in Canadian if we get 1 million.
Wait, hang on. Conrad's complaining here, but this doesn't seem that bad. Conrad, okay, he said a Big Mac is $4. That's just
he's saying it's just the sandwich. So
yeah, but
I don't think.
But $4 isn't Big Mac
deal. Well, yeah. I guess that's about what it costs here. I haven't had a Big Mac in forever.
Yeah, I do enjoy a Big Mac. Oh, good. Claire, you know who shared for us? The one and only Claire Smith. That's Roker's wife.
Yes, she did. And
she's very nice of her. Very nice.
Right now, she is firing up the grill to make jerk chicken for dinner.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn. Oh, Conrad said the sandwich is normally over $6. So,
okay.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm not hating on Detroit, and everybody that I know that lives in Detroit and lives in Michigan, they love it. It's like people in Ohio the same way. They like defend Detroit like to the end.
Well, people defend wherever they're from. I mean, come on.
Right. Exactly. Last time I was in Detroit, it didn't go really well for me. So,
is that when they thought you were someone else and you almost got killed at the border?
Yeah, that was when the Canadian Mounties had machine guns on at the border.
Do you want to tell that story really quick before we get into the Portillo's? Hang on, let me just preview what's coming up. The Portillo's spicy chicken sandwich. But go ahead.
I was going to a Bears Detroit game. So a bunch of us are going. And I'm like, well, I've got some free hotel, Caesars Hotel. So we'll just stay in Windsor at the Caesars and we'll, drive back. We'll drive into Detroit for the game, drive back. So it's Sunday morning. We're about to go to a tailgate. So it's like 8:00 in the morning. We're going through, not customs, but, whatever, we're crossing back over the border.
Yeah.
I give the guy my passport. And he goes, can you step out of the car?
That's never a good sign.
I'm like, sure. Put your hands behind your head and interlock your fingers.
Oh my God.
Start walking backwards towards me. And meanwhile, like he's on his like little radio, whatever receiver.
Yeah.
And then like 8 like Canadian Mountie police come out from this building, like hup, 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 with machine guns pointed at me. Apparently, there was some international fugitive named Ken Smith.
Wow.
And
was he a white dude? Like, what did he look like? Did he look anything like you?
I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. A friend of mine, I think, once tried to look up if there was to see who that person was, but we ended up in like the facility for like an hour until they were able to clear me. And oh, by the way, we had just stacks of alcohol, half drunk in the trunk. I found out like a year ago that like 2 of the guys in the back seat were high. I didn't even know it. So
at least you're alive.
We leave and I go, can you please put down a little notation or something that I am not the fugitive?
But wait, hang on, Roker. That's like when you call whoever and you tell them, hey, like when you call about your cell phone, you're like, can you please put a note on my account that you and I talked? You're like, yeah, no problem. And then there's never a note. There's never a note put on it.
Exactly. Because I'm like, well, in like 6 hours, we're going to be coming back to the hotel after the game. So if you can like put a note down, so when my name pops up, it doesn't say that I'm the international fugitive. He's like, I don't know. It might happen again.
Oh, Claire knows a little bit of information. She said the other Ken Smith is a big black bald man. So.
Oh, well, is he really? Well, then that might be why then.
Yeah. So apparently Claire looked into
it. Not fun, especially when you got a bunch of a-holes sitting in the back seat and they're giggling.
Did you start crying or what did you do?
Like it might be. No, I was surprisingly, it's funny. I was surprisingly calm. If the same thing were to happen today, I would have probably crapped my pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was surprisingly calm because I knew that I wasn't, these aren't the droids you're looking for. I was not the Ken Smith they were looking for.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You never know.
No, it doesn't matter. But I knew that I wasn't the one they were looking for. So
yeah,
I was surprisingly calm. First thing that came to my mind is I thought the Canadian police didn't have guns.
You thought they were all Mounties?
I thought they didn't have guns. I thought that's what they were known for. Apparently, if you're arresting a black guy that got guns,
he's black, He's black, ones. Grab the gun,
And if I was the international fugitive Ken Smith, why would I try and cross the border with an ID that says Ken Smith?
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense, of course, but, But hey, let's get to it. I was shocked when I saw the news that Portillo's now has a spicy chicken sandwich with a hot jar.
How long has that been going on?
Couple days.
So is that what makes it? Is the chicken sandwich itself spicy, or is it the fact that they put jardiniere on a chicken sandwich is what makes it spicy?
It's a jardiniere mayo.
See, everyone's trying to capitalize on the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich because Popeyes chicken sandwich blew up so big that McDonald's had to come out with one, Church's came out with one, KFC has come out with one. Now you're saying Portillo's has a spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
The best is Chick-fil-A, like by far.
I like Popeyes a lot. Depends on what Popeyes you go to. If you go to the wrong Popeyes, it's awful. I went to the one.
Well, most
Cicero.
Popeyes are the wrong Popeyes. Let's get that straight.
Like the lady who told me we ain't got no bread. We ain't got no bread. I'm like, okay. She said like this. I'm like, and this is before the spicy chicken sandwich. This is when they just had regular, like a po' boy.
Right.
And I'm like, yes. Yeah, I get that. She's like, we ain't got no bread. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I asked for napkins. And you know what she said?
We ain't got no napkins?
Yes. That's exactly what she said. We ain't got no napkins. I'm like, okay. No napkins, no bread, okay.
Yeah, that's the main problem with Popeyes. The one is they are just as slow as can be. Just as slow as can be.
And they can care less.
The second one is they're incredibly inconsistent.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste the same at each store. It's like you got to have your favorite Popeyes and go to that one.
You know, Chick-fil-A is like Culver's, where they have that amazing service at all times, and they're pretty consistent at Chick-fil-A.
Yes, and you pay for that consistency because they're more expensive than everybody else. You go to McDonald's, you can get like 50 nuggets for like $10 now.
Wait, if I go like this, oh yeah, right here, you can see what Paul is saying right here.
There you go.
Oh, that's what I should do when I want to read a comment. See that? That's kind of cool.
Going there and then
right
over that away.
See right here.
Yeah.
See right here where Paul. See if
there.
If you're listening to the audio version here, make sure you video back on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever. YouTube. Chick-fil-A sauce is delicious. Paul, I agree with you. And you could just order a tub of sauce now with the Chick-fil-A meal.
You can on the app. I've seen it on the app. You can order like a tub of Chick-fil-A, which I'm sure that if you haven't done it already, Abe, it's in your future.
Yeah, well, they used to put them in tubs. Like, do you ever buy sherbet ice cream?
No, not personally, but my mother used to buy sherbet every time I wanted ice cream.
That's my favorite.
Oh, wow. Sherbet. Maybe we switched at birth. You could have had all the sherbet you wanted when you were a kid. I just wanted some ice cream. I would get sherbet, or this is really old school, ice milk. Anybody ever heard of ice milk? I would get sherbet or ice milk. Happy birthday. Here's some ice milk. Go.
But Chick-fil-A would give out the sauce in a little container like that. Now it's in a regular bottle. I don't know what I like better.
I believe there's a container short. There's a sauce shortage right now too.
Oh no, that's not
just
good.
Like there's a chicken shortage, but that because of like the supply chain, there's a sauce shortage. I think you only get one sauce per item now.
Nick chiming in, not in Northwest.
50 of them like I usually do.
Nick saying in Northwestern suburban Houston, the Popeyes here are fast, efficient, and consistent. Do you work there, Nick?
Unfortunately, Nick, the food would be cold by the time I got home in Chicago. That's the problem with that.
Yeah. Where's the closest Chick-fil-A to you? The one on State Street?
I think there's one actually at UIC.
Oh, there is one over there now.
Outside from that, the one on State Street, or we'll go to the one on Chicago Avenue, or if we're in the burbs, we'll go to the one in like Countryside.
Ken Burns chiming in, FYI, Walmart sells chicken dipping sauce. It tastes like Chick-fil-A. Interesting. Ken?
There you go.
But I'll just buy the Chick-fil-A sauce now that it's available. I mean, come on.
Right.
We need one day to be able to buy Hooters. If they sell Hooters blue cheese sauce, you have a weekly customer right here. Weekly. Hooters has the greatest blue cheese ever.
You love it that much. Have you been to Hoots yet?
Yes, I have. It's just Hooters fast food. It's just they just deliver it.
It's we have no illusions that any of the Hooters girls are gonna like be giving us the eye or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we don't need that because we're there to eat 20 wings anyway. So just go to Hoots and you don't have to worry about it.
Hey, I don't go to Hooters to look at the ladies. I never do. That's how much I love Hooters.
Right. No, me either. Exactly. Exactly.
Do you notice
we're here for the wings?
Exactly. I did notice this though, because I actually it's funny you say that because I did pick up some wings the other day. Like we're the only guys who pick up wings at Hooters because we love them so much. I notice all the girls now, they just have asses and no boobs.
Oh wow. Well,
so I was saying
I know that.
I need to open up a restaurant either called Donkeys or Rhinos where it's just girls with big asses. Because the ass is hot right now.
Have fun with that. Let's see how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I think but then again, in this new world, right? They might shut me down quick.
Right, exactly. You need to be grandfathered in like a Hooters.
Hey, there's our boy formerly known as Heavy C. They always seat me with the pregnant waitress.
Wow. There you go. He's here for the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually skinny now, our boy Heavy C, which is interesting.
There you go.
Hey, there's our boy Vito. Our boy Vito check in. He works for the city. He works
nice.
He's our guy.
Let me know if they got any openings.
Yeah, Vito, hook Roker up.
There you go. Joseph Buns, B-U-N-Z. See, that's good. Now it's got a little funny title. You sell chicken sandwiches there, buns, or hamburgers too. Everything's on a bun.
B-U-N-Z.
B-U-N-Z.
I like that.
Yeah. You have all your little double entendres about we got the softest buns or whatever.
Come touch these buns.
That's right.
Do you want bun? Like what kind of? See, Hooters doesn't even make sense anyway, right? It's an owl.
Hooters. Well, yes, they're saying it's an owl, but it's really not an owl.
Yeah.
They don't serve owl there, and there's nothing to do with owls.
But are there eyes? Are there eyes?
Oh, but they have women in like really short tops with big breasts.
Yeah.
And it's called Hooters. Oh, but let's throw an owl up there. Kind of like this burger you have on the screen. Although the show does have something to do with, it's like, let's put an owl up there because
I don't know. I kind of like the burger. I could get rid of it, but we had it up there.
No, I like the burger. It's incentive.
Just like that, Rooker. I can make it disappear, son.
No, put the burger back.
You want it back? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I do.
I like seeing.
By the way, they never look like that when you order them. By the way,
no,
like, not even.
Oh man, I have shocked the world with my off the broiler type stuff. Everyone is getting off the broiler now. I started a revolution, and everyone loves Burger King again.
I have not been to Burger King, and by the way, it's $1 Wednesday, $1 Whopper Wednesday. So if you're going to Burger King, go today. But I haven't been since. We started talking about off the broiler. So
we should be sponsored by Burger King.
We should be sponsored by just about everybody. Because we've mentioned just about everything there is to mention.
Before I continue here, a couple more pieces of business. Make sure, because I never say this stuff and it needs to be mentioned. Subscribe to the podcast, share the podcast. If you could comment and leave a nice review, if you could share this video, if you're watching it, if you're actually watching the live stream right now, share the video. If you're on Facebook, wherever, just hit share and then people will see it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, whatever you have to do, because Roker and I are trying to get to 1 million viewers, 1 million listeners.
Exactly right.
Right on cue, ladies and gentlemen. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
There he is.
None other than
wearing a Hartford Whalers shirt?
I believe he is.
He is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Base. Now, have you heard about this new Portillo's spicy chicken sandwich?
In the Jarnera? That sounds amazing.
Is it a Jarnera mayo? Is that what I
think it's just a Jarnera sauce, like the marinade with the oil.
Here, let me look it up.
Yeah. Well, and then the sauce looks delicious. Like I haven't had a chance to eat it. I am trying to lose weight, so I've been a little bit
Yeah, we all are.
Wait, you texted me the other day that the taking the Burger King Whopper off the broiler is what made you fall in love with the Whoppers to begin with.
It's true. It's back, and it's back. It's back. And by the way, as DP Jones said, Base is back. Indeed, he is. Base is back.
He is.
See Base right there, the comments right there.
I see it, and I love it. What's up, man?
Way, this way.
I see all the ways.
Yeah, so yeah, it's very exciting, this off the broiler technique. If you're new to the show, I mentioned it a few times now, but the key to it is when you're at Burger King, you just say, hey, let me get it off the broiler, and it's so delicious.
I still don't understand why they would go away from that. Like, why did they stop doing that?
They never did it. You have to always tell them to do it.
Fascinating. But
Yeah,
why?
Because it's faster.
Yeah, because they make a bunch of burgers at once, throw them in this like cesspool of whatever it is on a plate, then they throw it in the microwave. Whereas with me, I need a fresh one right off the grill. See?
I didn't
normally restaurants that you love and the word cesspool usually not used in the same sentence. Just gonna throw that out there.
So Roker, do you have the details on that Portillo's spicy chicken sandwich?
Yes, it's a spicy chicken sandwich with Portillo's jardiniere sauce.
Yeah, see? So it is a jardiniere
sauce. Interesting.
And the pronunciation is jardiniere, right?
Jardiniere.
Yes.
Roker,
that's how I've always pronounced it.
Roker's been eating jardiniere longer than us, so I have to go to him for this one. Roker is
I mean, there's no wrong. It's like, you call it jardiniere or jardiniera. It's like harassment, harassment, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just say it like you mean it. That's
that you would pick that word, Roker. Interesting. You would pick that word.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Out of all tomatoes, you chose harassment.
Hey.
Fair enough.
You did it so I'm impressed.
All right, so I can't say the place I went, but I went to a fast food place, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I ordered a burger, one of their new burgers, and I ordered extra mayo, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I pull up, get the burger, and smartly, I opened it up and looked to make sure it was extra mayo on there before I pulled away. I usually don't do this. Guess what? When I opened it up, guess what was missing?
Mayo.
Exactly.
All the mayo?
Well, because it doesn't come with mayo, but I asked for extra mayo, right? So then I said, hey, and I was waving. She gave me like the finger point, like, hold on.
No.
Then she pops out and I'm like, hey, it was supposed to be extra. And before I even finished my sentence, she's like, it doesn't come with mayo. I'm like, that's why I asked you for it. It doesn't matter. I don't care if I said I want extra jelly on it. I don't give a fuck what it comes with.
That's what I want.
If I said put extra bananas on there, if you have bananas, put a banana on there. Like, who cares? Why do you care?
Well, she took it as you thinking that there was mayo on it. So now you're asking for extra mayo. You gotta do baby steps with them. You gotta say, I would like some mayo on it. As a matter of fact, I would like extra mayo on it.
That's not how
I know it doesn't come with mayo.
But I do that all the time.
Did you know that it did not come with mayo on it?
Yeah.
So you just said, I want extra mayo. You didn't just say, I want the mayo on. Can I get that with mayo as well? You just said, I want the extra mayo.
It shouldn't matter. It came with a different sauce, but I wanted that sauce and mayo. They just said yes. They didn't put extra of the other sauce. But then when I pulled up to the window, she knew exactly what was going on. She's like, it don't come with it. And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter because
she was ready for you. She was ready for you.
But here's the thing. You don't, my biggest pet peeve, and do you guys remember Bennigan's?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Okay, because I used to get these chicken fingers. They're only to dip them in this delicious sauce they had because I love the sauce so much, right? So I had 3-4 cups of that sauce, right? It was, I'm eating them I eat like 1 cup of sauce per chicken finger, basically.
Of course you do.
So as I'm working my way through, I'm dipping the chicken finger in the sauce, right? I have probably 2 chicken fingers left and 1 heaping cup of sauce, right? So the waiter walks by, I'm like, hey, can I have another cup of sauce? And he points to the cup of sauce and he goes, oh, that's not enough?
Damn.
Like, no,
Wow.
because I just said, could I have
I'm
more?
sorry. Are you a stockholder or something? Well, give me my stock.
Exactly. What is that? Like the people making the decision for me about what's the correct amount of sauce.
Right.
Like
right.
you don't. And if I want to, if like I said, if I want to put peanut butter on my Whopper or my McDonald's sandwich or Arby's sandwich, whatever it is, that's what I want. Why do you care?
Right.
Just put it on.
I agree. I've never understood why whenever you order something and you order a lot and they're like, is there anything else that the rest of your car wants? Like, no, this is just for me. Like I've gone to the drive.
We always pretend like we're ordering for others. Like we'll order like, okay, yeah, let's get like, 4 burgers and 2 chicken sandwiches, 3 fries. I'm like, is Tony coming over?
That's my move.
He's coming over. Yeah, we should. Yeah.
I do that all the time. I always mention my dad, who's not even around.
That's right. We fake having other people over, so they don't know it's just for us.
And I do the move too when I'm at Jersey Mike's and I want a ton of mayo. I have a fake phone call and it doesn't even make sense. I'm like, he put a lot of mayo on. No, put more. It's like, why? How would the guy on the?
Hold on. He says he wants more mayo.
I don't even know how much is
like you can see how much more mayo they're putting on.
Exactly. That's why it's messed up. So that is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to mayo. It's like, hey, just whatever.
Now, are you going to frequent this establishment again, or give them another chance, or are you done with them?
Yeah, because it's a major fast food place, so I will be going there again because I have to. Just
what I'm saying is that location, though.
Oh, that location? Probably not.
So you're not going to give them another chance?
Yeah, you know what? I probably will.
You know how any fast food chain is. After 6 months, it's a totally new. Everybody that's working there is already flipped.
Yeah,
even the manager is different.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, you're right. So
maybe just wait 6 months to that location, and you should be fine.
Yeah, but do I have to always wait?
It's funny that you mentioned that because the only thing that Popeyes is consistent about is that they are slow. It doesn't. They're slow AF. It doesn't matter if it's a new person, if it's an old person. They just couldn't be any slower.
Yeah, and they don't care either.
God forbid you want some jelly or some honey or some butter.
Oh God, yeah.
At least on the south side.
May God have mercy on your soul if you're.
Oh
you're
man!
That.
But at least
some days just don't even try and ask for it.
But at least it hasn't really just been sitting there that whole time in that giant bucket of that chicken heater area that they have. If it usually takes that long, it's usually pretty fresh. And when you get to that piece of chicken, you can barely touch it because it's so hot.
Well, how
Burger King, it's already lukewarm.
Well, how do they not have stuff ready? Like Popeyes, don't you know that we're all buying sandwiches? Like that's the main thing we're buying. But we're all buying chicken. Shouldn't you always have chicken ready? You're Popeyes. Or
what always pissed me off is there's a mound of chicken behind them, right? I'm like, let me get 14-piece spicy with the coupon. Oh, we ain't got no spicy. We don't have any spicy. You're Popeyes. The only reason anybody is here is because of your spicy.
Exactly. Who eats mine? I didn't even know they had mine.
You'd eat Brown's chicken if it weren't for your spicy.
Exactly.
How can you not have spicy?
You know what I hate too, Roker? Do you ever do this one where you get the 8-piece and I'm like, let me get all thighs, and then
I've done that.
It's an upcharge, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm leaving all the breasts on the table. The breast is the biggest piece of meat and most expensive, so for me to make this exchange, it should be an even exchange. I shouldn't have to pay extra for that.
Well,
I agree with you.
A couple of different things. One is if you don't get the answer you like from someone, ask somebody else.
Yeah, that doesn't work at Popeyes.
Because nobody knows what the rule is or anything. And now the good thing about the Popeyes on the south side is half the time they don't know the difference between a breast and a thigh.
You laugh,
so
but I agree with you.
Half the time, let me get all thighs. And they'll be like, I'm like, man, this is heavy. And, open it up and there's like 5 thighs and 3 breasts in there. And it's like the dark meat special for $6.99 or something.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
I also think that in the world of fried chicken, if you go to Brown's, KFC, Popeyes, I think the chicken wing should be tossed out.
Yeah, no one wants that chicken wing. It's shit.
Nobody wants the chicken wing. It's so like little and gross. And by the time you open it up, there's like it's overcooked, and there's just nothing but brittle bone. It's the worst.
Wait, Roker has a look on his face like he enjoys the wing.
You enjoy the wing?
Well, I you know, we all love wings. I mean, we just talked about Hooters and Hoots, but right, and Harold's Chicken has phenomenal wings. Now, the only fast food wing that is decent is Church's.
I've never had. I haven't had Church's in a long time.
They cut part of the breast into the wing, so it's humongous, and it's got part of the breast on it. Man. So their breasts are smaller, but their wings are huge.
See, my question to you is: have you had the Sharks? There's a Sharks chicken and fish that I've always wanted to try, but I've never had anybody tell me if it's good or not.
Well, that's because every Sharks, usually when I pass the Sharks, there's police tape around the parking
lot. Exactly. Hey, Roker, your wife chiming in. Harold's fried chicken, $5 dark half, including.
I told you about that a couple of weeks ago in High Park.
That's still going on? That's still a thing?
4 days a week, like Sunday through Wednesday. $5 dark, including tax. $5 out the door.
Paul, we will be soon eating and rating food on here. Don't worry, Paul. Don't you worry. Just relax. Just get ready. Just get ready. It's coming. Hey, so here's what you want at a fast food place. You want someone, we talked about this last week. You want someone who's obese, right? Working there. Right? Because they don't give a fuck. When you say
extra, you want the person working there to be obese.
Yeah, because they don't give a shit. If you say extra mayo, they're like, I know what he needs.
Also, right? you also want a manager to be obese too, because then if there's any problems, they get it.
But there's asshole obese people too. Like they're really mean. So I need someone not just obese, but someone who doesn't give a fuck. Like Roker, the guy who gives you
now hiring obese. Is that going to be on the door of your Buns restaurant? Now hiring obese people that don't give a fuck.
Now hiring obese people with extremely good customer service skills.
You know what? There's a lot of obese people who don't give a fuck who need jobs. So I think we could staff the whole place immediately. Roker, are you looking?
That was a hand raised if I ever saw it.
If you're listening to this,
your own stash, Roker. Can't get high on your own stash.
To the audio version, Roker just raised his hand. Hey, so when you said like the guy who threw the 5 breasts in your box. Those are the kind of guys I'm looking for. The guys who don't charge me for barbecue sauce. When you say barbecue sauce, they give you 6 little cups of barbecue sauce. They don't give a shit. Those are my kind of guys.
And I'm always looking for the guy to give me the once over and go, let me recommend something for you to eat here.
Oh,
That's the guy that I want.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's ate everything.
You know what? The barbecue sauce is good, but you want to try this sauce combined with this sauce. You'll thank me. That's the guy I want. That's my guy.
Someone who takes pride in their concoctions.
The one who's giving me secret menu items that he's tested himself.
And once you start becoming a regular at a place and going there at the same time,
I don't like that.
And get served by the same person.
Yeah.
Then you get like a rapport with them.
No, see, that's my rule. I don't like that.
You don't like a report. You don't want them to recognize you?
No. The minute they know me or my order, I stop going.
Wow.
Because it's embarrassing. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, now they know everything.
There's something to that. I understand
and that. when they know you and your order, then you can't change it. I don't like when they're like, 2 Whoppers. It's like, oh, shit. Maybe I didn't want 2 Whoppers today. Now out of pressure. Yeah. Now I'm pressured to get Whoppers again. See?
I can see that.
That's true.
Although, then again, Abe, you're very rarely steer clear of it. And even if you do come in there for something new and someone says you want the 2 Whoppers, you're probably going to go, yeah, all right, that's what I really want. Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't want that. I don't want that pressure. See?
Yeah, but it's what you really want, Abe. At the end of the day, you may be going there for a chicken sandwich, but if someone says you want the 2 for 4 Whoppers, you're gonna say yes.
Nick makes a great point.
You are a very demanding customer.
I'm a great customer. I'm a dollar customer. There's penny customers and there's dollar customers. I spend dollars at fast food places. I'm worth a lot of money to a fast food place.
Loyal. You are. You're loyal too.
But the person you're getting your food from has to be a certain way. They got to be obese and not care. But you can't go to them more than once because then they'll recognize you. Abe, so now they have to have rotating obese people that don't care.
My question to you, Abe, is this. Have you ever been over mayoed? Has someone ever done it with you and you're like, you know what?
That's a good question.
That's too much.
Well, yeah. If you we talked about this on the morning show. I went to Portillo's and they didn't put enough mayo on. So Angie went down there and she told the guy, so he goes, tell him to come back down. I'll give him the mayo bomb. Oh. And if you go on my social media, the dude from Potbelly gave me the quote mayo bomb. The whole thing is just, you have to look at this video. It's on all my social media. It's just covered in mayo. Like picture like 16 ounces of mayo just sprayed all over the sandwich. And I ate it too. But here's what I did.
Or were you like, you know what, that's a little bit much?
Well, like a gentleman, I dipped my chips in it. You know, I didn't, you know.
None went to waste.
He multitasked with it. He didn't just, it wasn't just off of the sandwich. He put chips in it, fries, whatever.
You're like the ancient Mayans, making sure that no part of the goat was wasted.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ask him for, can I get some of those little cups? Scrape it into little cups, take it home. Make grilled cheese.
Is that garlic I taste this mayo? That's pretty good.
Oh, by the way, Base, the Slob Show now live at Wednesdays at 3:15. That's the new time.
Nice.
Yes, for now. Yes.
It's consistent. It's still weekly.
Hey guys, catch the guys.
It's weekly.
Guys, catch the Slob Show now Wednesdays at 3:15. No, it was Tuesdays at 3. Now 3:15. But hey,
that's
the
exactly
streak
right.
We have kept this streak going. The streak has continued.
The weekly streak has continued,
which is all that matters, really.
That is true.
Because, like I said, most people listen on the audio version anyway. It doesn't matter.
That's
Although
right.
we do have a lot of people watching on all these live streams, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. So, again, if you're watching this, share it with someone. Let them know about it. We're trying to get base. I was saying we're trying to get to 1 million people, because once we get to 1 million, you're never going to see us leave our houses, because a million viewers for us means financial freedom forever.
1 million viewers for us means I get to live a life like Chum Lee, which is all I've ever strived for. Right?
Wow.
That's all I've strived for.
If we have 1 million listeners, we're all rich.
True.
1 million viewers and listeners, we're all rich. That's how important 1 million people is to a podcast.
Yes. So it looks like we're only 999,986 away.
So you're saying there's a chance?
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, the more shares, the better.
That's right.
It all starts with a couple.
Oh, look at we have some original old school listeners here, like Paul here. He's been listening since my Sirius show. So that's like, what's that? Base, how long was that? 10 years?
That was 2010 is when that show was started, 2011. So yeah, about 10 years.
We have a 10-year follower here.
That's a fan.
So
that's officially a fan.
Yeah, so it does. So anyways, we'll wrap things up here. Anything else you guys want to mention before we wrap up the Slob Show? Any meals you had? Anything you guys are going to check out?
I had an interesting thing happen. I dropped the kid off at preschool, and I decided to go get McDonald's breakfast for me and the wife. And she wanted the bagel sandwich, the bagel, the one I've never ordered them from McDonald's. The steak. So I got one of those.
Oh, that bagel's not good.
It's not actually, the steak one's actually not bad, but I got 2 of the combo meals. It was $20 for the 2 combo meals. And I remember saying like $20. I go, for the combo meal? And the guy's like, yeah, it's $20. I go, that's a little much for a combo meal. Usually combo meals make things.
You should have used the app, son.
You should know better. You should have used the app. Exactly.
There was no app for the bagel guy. The only ones that they had available was like a free French fry. You got like $1 coffee if I wanted it, or something of that nature. But it was nothing to do with the bagel, or if I wanted to do the 2 for $4 McMuffin. And I remember saying to the guy, like, that seems like a lot for two. I mean, the reason why you combo it out is to get it cheaper. Otherwise, it sounds like I would have gotten it probably cheaper if I would have ordered it all individually. And the manager ended up coming out and saying to me, he goes, I apologize for the prices. I didn't realize how expensive we were until I took my kids to a McDonald's.
What?
And saw how expensive this was. So I wanted to
Base, that's your fault. Base, don't blame anyone but yourself for that. There's a McDonald's app.
He gave me an extra hash brown.
Oh boy, that's 50 cents. But there's a right now McDonald's.
I just said that's pretty expensive for a breakfast.
I appreciate the effort.
I appreciate him coming out and saying that. It was nice.
Here's the thing, Base. Right now, it's 2 for $4 sausage McMuffins with egg and 2 for $2 hash browns. Like, you just buy that. That's $5.
No, but I wanted the steak.
You could have got you and Jill each.
I knew it would knock me out for the day, and it did. It was good.
You and Jill could have each had 2 sandwiches and a hash brown for a total of $5 out the door.
Abe, for $20, I could have made my own porterhouses and given it up.
Right, that's true.
Roker, anything you want to mention? Anything that happened this week? Any food, anything?
I will say, and we talk about subs a lot on this show. I tell you, and I think I've talked to you about this in the past, but I've been getting it a lot lately. Mr. Beef on Orleans has an outstanding sub sandwich.
Which one do you get? Because I got one recently, but the problem with them is it takes about 9 hours for them to cut it all up. But that's good because it's fresh.
Well, Claire's been the one that goes to get it. So lately, all they've had is turkey. So they've been turkey sandwiches. And I wasn't expecting anything. And it was delicious. And it was stuffed. Turkey and provolone. It was $10.25, I think it was. Huge sandwich. And then they're going to have, when they get the rest of their meats in, because they probably have been under ordering because of the pandemic.
And they have a parking lot, which is very important. Downtown.
Absolutely. But they have like an Italian sandwich and other things. And so if you're downtown and you're craving a sub, Mr. Beef on Orleans has an outstanding sub.
Yeah, it's in the corner. They have a little deli set up now in the corner. You'll see it, and then the dude will make the sandwich.
You wouldn't even think it was open. You wouldn't even think like that part was open. You'd think it was just something they used to do or something. But no, they still do it. It's
a little pocket of River North looks like a ghost town.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, downtown's everything.
Places over there is closed.
Everything's going to be slowly coming back now. All the concerts are back. Vaccinated people now. Even though everyone is still making you wear a mask, we're getting to a point very soon where everything's going to be open back up again. So that means all the restaurants, all the food. There's going to be new places popping up. This is going to be the craziest. Probably starting maybe in like July through like next July. It's going to be like consumer paradise. Like people are going to just be out and about, spending everything, going everywhere. It's going to be crazy.
I did not realize this till recently when I went to meet up a buddy for lunch that right now, even though things are not reopened and things are not that way yet, that most downtown restaurants in the city and in the Loop aren't open until dinner time, which I did not know about.
Well, yeah,
there's still not a lot of people in the offices yet.
Yeah, but I still thought there'd be enough people to have like a lunch. I tried to go to Harry Carey's. I tried to go to
especially over there.
And all those places open until 4 in the afternoon, which I thought was
my building is. I have a huge building I work in. It's completely empty. There's no one in there except me.
But the restaurants are crazy. No,
there's like 20 or 30 restaurants in there. There's only like 4 or 5 open.
Is the Sweetwater? Well, by the time you leave, it's around lunchtime. Is that Sweetwater open?
That place is open, yeah. But like besides that, but that's like outside. That's not in my building.
That's true. But I'm just saying all the restaurants within that Harry Carey radius of like Kinsey and Orleans and all those areas, all those places they all told me they were not open.
Yeah.
Well, that was just you.
Yeah, they're like, just lie. Just tell them we're close.
You're fat. You ordered too much food.
Hey, fat boy.
You ordered too much food. We don't carry food like that.
All right, so don't forget, we'll be back here a week from today. At what time? The magic time is now 3:15.
3:15, yes.
That's the new starting time for the SLOB show. And all right, fellas. Well, we'll be back next week.
See ya.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before we wrap it up, Vito, because I know Vito works downtown. He said it's been empty since July when I came back to the Loop. So that's correct, Vito. Yes. it has been empty. So yeah, there's nothing open really. And there's like a lot of like homeless dudes that stand out. It's like the Popeyes downtown. There's a homeless dude. I bought him a sandwich twice now. He stands there and basically like stares you down, like, hey, yeah, like, and I was just nice, but I noticed he just stands there, and every customer that walks in, and I found myself not walking in because I didn't want to have to deal with the dude. Because like,
I have found that, and you're a very generous guy. I've been with you many times. You're always giving, people on the street food, whatever. But there's just been too many people have screwed it up for everybody.
Yeah, like the Costco sample people who eat too many samples. Too
many scammers is what I'm saying.
Out like that.
Have screwed it up for people, so that I'm so skeptical when somebody's asking for something.
Yeah. Like that lady with the crutch when we used to work at the Loop, she was on the corner there by the expressway and then I saw her just walking, like skipping to her car.
I saw there was a broken down car on the Ohio feeder ramp.
Yeah.
Going south, going from the ramp, going to the Ryan, going inbound. And it's like 11:30 in the morning. Broken down car. Next day, same car, broken down, same place. Day after that, same car, broken down, same place.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, you got a good gimmick, right?
Well, if you ever see someone with the gas can thing, that's always
gas can is bullshit.
It's like, what are you doing with a gas can? Why do you need $3 worth of gas? Where's your car? Like, it just, the whole thing is just, it's such a poorly thought out plan. But people see it.
I will give you money if the effort is good.
Exactly.
If the story is good, if you put some time and effort into the story, it's like wrestling. It's like, I know it's fake, but you put on a good show.
It's like my compliments. Thank you.
I do know for a fact that they're not buying basketball shoes and uniforms, but I cannot not pass on $1 of M&Ms the size of my head.
That's true, but when usually you don't even get the M&Ms anymore. They just want you to sign a sheet of paper that says basketball camp.
Well, yeah, I don't do that one. They gotta have the actual M&Ms box for me to even approach.
Dude, someone that I'm related to very closely, I won't mention any names. Their brother used to basically run a crew that went out on corners with, $1 candy bars that you've never heard of.
Yeah,
M&Ms and things of that nature. It was all going into pockets. There was no camp. There's no uniforms.
Of course not.
There's no nothing.
No, of course not.
The best is when the kids are wearing shoulder pads for their quote football camp, and it's like, oh, this guy was smart enough to spend the money on a couple pairs of shoulder pads, like to send them out on that scam. Hey, see, I play football. Look at the shoulder pads.
And the hard part for me is they look at me and they go, "Yo, big guy," and they just hold the thing of M&Ms up. I'm like, you got the right guy.
Exactly. See, the problem is, these guys are gonna have to start carrying credit card machines, because I'd say at least 60 or 70% of people don't carry any cash anymore.
Cash.
So
that's true, but I'm not giving one of those guys a card.
They pull out that little square. Just slide it right here.
Right. Yeah.
I promise I'm looking
at the L selling me socks and he takes credit cards.
I'm not gonna give you a card, but I can barter. I got some water in here. I'm sure we can switch off.
All right, fellas, remember, don't forget, we will return, and when we return, it'll be on a Wednesday, and that time next Wednesday, of course, will be 3:15.
3:15.
That's right. So be here live next week. We're out. Later.